FC Vaduz have made their Champions League debut. Alas, it was a 3-2 defeat to Ajax. So let's see if we can bounce back with a trip to Celtic. Now, we had, of course, beaten Celtic in the previous season's Europa League phase, and it looked like we had the Glasgow side's number again here as FC Vaduz got off to the perfect start thanks to a well-taken goal from Brazilian midfield powerhouse Hercules with less than a minute on the clock. And we closed out the first half 2 goals in front after a great run from summer signing Keeling, who squared for Jovanovic, enough to get a first Champions League win in the bag. And up next, Chelsea. So this would be our first Champions League game at home at the Rhine Park Stadium, with our FC Vaduz side readying themselves for one of their biggest opponents of this entire save to date. 2 times Champions League winners themselves. Surely this would be a classic clash, which, well, at least we didn't lose, I suppose. And going by the stats there, we should have won. A trip to Italy to face Inter would come next, followed by clashes with teams who had already beaten us in previous European campaigns, Fenerbahce and Lyon. We were thoroughly outplayed at the San Siro, not even getting a shot on target. A wrong we promptly righted within minutes in the Fenerbahce game thanks to Fabio Fair. And just 2 minutes after that, Jankovic and Jovanovic combined to set up homegrown talent Pascal Olner. It wasn't all plain sailing though, as our Turkish opponents pulled one back before half-time. Still, we kept it going as Hercules re-established our 2-goal cushion in the second half. With 18 minutes to play, Fener would pull one back again, but we held firm for another Champions League win, putting ourselves in contention for a playoff round spot, and one place above Super League rivals Young Boys as well. Next up we hosted Lyon. That 7-0 drubbing of 4 years ago still haunting us. Some early pressure helped us exercise that particular ghost though, as Dennis Keigan tapped in from this corner. Halfway through the half, young Jordan Keeling again worked his magic on the right to set up a Jovanovic bullet header, and Fabio Fair would provide the final ghost-busting strike as we earned an impressive first ever win over Lyon, and suddenly catapulted to within touching distance of the top 8. Yeah, but we've got Wolfsburg away and AC Milan to come. We travelled to Germany hoping perhaps for a draw, but Gabriel Ishak soon had us dreaming of more as he established a 2-goal lead. But Wolfsburg comeback was swift, pulling one back within a minute of the restart, and benefiting from a dubious penalty call a few minutes after that, now making it 2-2. Then a highlight with the clock almost on 90 minutes, and Wolfsburg on the attack, but we won the ball and we got it out to Jordan Keeling. Neither he nor Fabio Fair could be stopped as they fed the ball down to Cristiano, who smashed it home. A huge away win, putting us in the top 8 with 1 game to play against one of the most famed teams in European football. With the table so tight, we needed a win, and an early penalty call in our favour allowed us to take a crucial lead. A tense, tight remainder of the game followed, but we looked assured throughout, and that showed us some beautiful passing, allowed Fabio Fair to make a run into the box and give us another massive win on this crazy European adventure, securing us passage to the round of 16 and pushing our opponents out of the top 8. What a run so far. But time for a quick aside here as we check in on the second Liechtensteiner team in European action this season. You see, as we had claimed this bonus place in the Champions League through the coefficient rankings, that meant last season's Liechtensteiner Cup runners-up, Balzers, got a spot in the Europa League. They qualified directly to the league phase, and it went pretty much as well as you would expect. Still, credit to them, Danish opponents aside, they didn't get completely humiliated, a narrow 1-0 home defeat to Sporting perhaps being their highlight. So anyway, back to our Champions League run, and who did we face next? The playoff round produced no real surprises, and got rid of Young Boys, and as Benny McCarthy skillfully guided us through the draw, our name came out of the hat next to a team we've already played this season, AC Milan. An immediate chance for the Italian Giants to get some payback, which is exactly what happened in the San Siro. Hercules making a calamitous error to allow Pellegrini to open the scoring, swiftly followed by Diaby getting far too much space as we went 2 goals down. We would put up a fight, however, as Jankovic helped launch a counter-attack, and we once again showed that cool, crisp passing that served us well in so many big European nights in recent seasons the ball switching flanks and eventually making its way to Thomas Muro to pull one back. There would be one more goal in this game. Alas, it was for Milan. Back in Vaduz, Milan were happy to sit back and frustrate our attack, but we finally found a breakthrough thanks to Bradley Fink. But the Italians then completely shut the game down, and despite winning the game on the night, we were out of the Champions League. AC Milan would make it to the semis, where they were knocked out by eventual winners PSG. Still, we got that media recognition as the overachievers of the competition, and we've had a massive boost to our finances, with over 40 million coming in from prize money, TV revenue and gate receipts. Let me know what you thought of our Champions League campaign in the comments, and check out the next video to see how we got on in this season's Swiss Super League.